Hey Gearheads, and welcome on back into the NASCAR 21 Ignition. I'm Alan Bailey. We got the new DLC, so we're gonna just kind of go through all the paint schemes. So starting at 00, this is new, the RCR paint scheme, the Throwback paint scheme, and we got this one, and this one. With Kurt, we've got no Throwback because he didn't run one. Keselowski ran, I don't know if I think he ran Worth. I think he ran this one, but we've got this black one with the white rims and the discount tire, but nothing else. As far as Austin's concerned, we've got this Bass Pro Shop Throwback. I actually dig this one. This one's kind of cool, you know, with the gold, and that's about it. With Harvick, we've got the Hunts brothers. We've got his throwback to his first NASCAR win, which, you know, I think if you're throwing back 20 years to your own paint scheme, it's time to retire. It's time to retire, Kevin. And we've got this Freaky Fresh Jimmy John one and this Busch Light one. I dig the Busch paint schemes a lot just because they utilize the car and they really bring something unique to these paint schemes. And we've got the Dirt one as well. This is a cool paint scheme. This Busch one, and that's all. As far as Larson the Champ, we had those two as the with the game on launch day, but we've got this throwback to the Hendrick Cars one right here, and then we've got this Freightliner one. So a couple paint schemes for Kyle. Newman, we had these two, but we now have this one. This was a throwback, not very throwback-ish. This one, which ain't a bad paint scheme. It ain't a bad paint scheme. The all-white Castro, which was supposed to garner a lot of attention because, oh, it's pure, but it just looks lazy. It's like they just gave up on designing it. And for Mr. LaJoy, we had these two, but now we have this throwback to Alan Kowicki, which might be my favorite throwback because it is so ridiculously accurate to that paint scheme. So cool. But we also have Folds of Honor. The Crew, which is a god-awful show that you should not watch and not representative of NASCAR culture at all, and everything wrong with what Gomers and older folks think that NASCAR is and what they think that will make good entertainment. It doesn't. So for Reddick, we have kind of this one. This is actually not a bad throwback. We also got this. This is actually a cool paint scheme. I dig the black and blue with the red. The red logos stand out a bit, but that's their logo, so, you know. Good paint schemes. For Chase, we had these two. Finally, we got the throwback Hooters card. This is a really cool Kowicki paint scheme as well. The Kelly Blue Book. This one, we don't have the actual Hooters paint scheme that he drove this season. That's not cool. I guess they're gonna DLC that later. Get your hard-earned money. Great. And then we have Bill with no other paint schemes. Very lazy. We have Eric Amarola. Okay, that ain't bad. 10 years of Smithfield. Pit Bosses is actually a cool paint scheme. With Never Gonna Be the Champ Hamlin, we've got this throwback Sports Clip. This is a good Sport Clip. Usually does a really good job with their throwback, and no exception here. This is pretty good. We head over to Blaney. He's got this one, this Advance Auto part, which was a throwback. The body armor car, and just the Menards one back to it. So not a whole lot of variety there. For Briscoe, we've got this Ford Performance came with the game, but we've got this one, which is this throwback. Very nice, very nice. The Rush Truck one as well came on board. For Davison, we had not that came with it, but okay, so this one came with it as well, or is now in the game as well. So not too bad. With Kaz Grala, which is the car we drive, it's just these two, and we can change it in the actual career mode. We're just driving this one, which isn't great, but it's not bad. And Darrell Waltrip is in the game, y'all. They said unlock him, but he's unlocked. So it's just the one paint scheme. I would have loved to seen the Tide car in the game, man. Personally, I think that would have been really cool, but, you know, they gave us this car that wasn't as famous as the Tide car, so, you know, they couldn't even get that right. Busher. We got this god-awful Castro one. Ugh. This Roush one, which screams Home Depot to me. We got this one, and that's it. What was his throwback? His throwback's not in here. Interesting. For Kyle, we had the Interstate Batteries one is just so cool. It pops so much, especially at the racetrack in person. We got this throwback, which was a throwback to the OG M&Ms. We also got this one, this is actually a pretty cool little car. Then there's this one. Okay, so we have quite a few Kyle Busch paint schemes in this pack now. For MTJ, we had these two, but we now have the throwback to his first championship a couple seasons ago. I don't think that counts as a throwback, but we got that one. Reese's, which is just awkward. Like this is just it's an awkward paint scheme to have a giant tub of Mac Salad on the car. Like it just looks weird to me. But okay, fine. Chris Bell, we got the Craftsman car. I actually dig a lot. We got this Irwin Tools one, which is actually a pretty cool looking car as well. And back to DeWalt and everything. Matt DeBenna never gonna race in NASCAR again. So he had a different paint scheme every week. So that, and I mean every week was kind of his throwback. So you know whatever. With Logano. The Pennzoil car was actually pretty cool, but we now have this throwback Pennzoil car. The Auto Trader car, which is a really cool looking car. So, not bad. For Bubba, we got this one, and we had the McDonald's first win car in here. But we also have this Wendell Scott Tribute Root Insurance, which is just such a cool car. This Columbia paint scheme, which I dig a lot. I like the lines on this, the blue and black and white combo. I think it's just the black, white, and any color here combo that I dig. But no, I really dig this combo and the light camo in the black. I think it's very subtle and cool and sleek. I really think 2311's been killing it with designs so far. And we also have this Root car, which is also another really cool, not super intricate, but very cool, sleek car. And then back to the DoorDash car. Willie Byron, we had the Liberty University one and the other one, but we now have this throwback Valvoline, which I dig a lot, and that'll do it. So they just gave us the one for Willie Byron. We have 3 total for him. So I really dig this Verizon 5G car that Centric ran for just a handful of starts. He did run this one, and he ran the Moneyline one. All his sponsors in the 2 next season, but I dig this car a lot. McDowell, your 2021 Daytona 500 champ, we got this one. We had this car, but we now have this one, which was a throwback to Bill Elliott. This is more of a throwback and a cool car for Bill Elliott than the other car. I wish they would have put this in the game, but once again, Motorsports games can't get anything right because they're incompetent. We also have this number 38 car. Not bad. So not bad. So nothing for David Reagan. The 37, now defunct. We had those 2. They did not hit the mark with paint schemes this year. They were very lazy. Velveeta, this is not bad. It just, I don't like the look of the cheese. I think it's weird. This Slim Jim car, like there's a lot of blank space here. A lot. Kroger Bush's Best, not Bush's Beans. It's Bush's Beans, but it's Bush's Best, which is a variety of theirs, I guess. Natural Light, okay. I don't even remember half these schemes. They're so forgettable. We have Anthony Alfredo, who is not returning to front row next season. The 38 cars kind of rotation of drivers continues next season. But Speedy Cash, Dude Wipes was already in the game, but we got this throwback, which is actually pretty well done. This, whatever this is, paint scheme. I don't even remember this one. You know, you would think we would remember some of these paint schemes because, you know, we always saw them in the wrecking highlight reels, but I hardly remember any of them. Cole Custard had these 2 paint schemes, but he now gets this Dixie Vodka one. Not bad, not great. And it's just that one, so 3 for Custard. Chastain had these 2, but he gets this throwback McDonald's paint scheme. And he also gets this Chevy accessory paint scheme, which is not bad, I gotta say. I like the fade out. It's pretty good. And we also got this one, and that's it. For the 43, we had this one, probably one of the cooler paint schemes we saw at Daytona this year. Petty Garage, which was just one of the most phone it in, I swear we're a real sponsor and not just trying to look like we have sponsors ever. You have the classic STP. I mean, you can't beat this one. This is a throwback, but it's so cool. Tide, which actually kind of killed it. I don't like the white right there with the Food City, but you know, that's their deal. They had to put white back there, but you know, this is pretty cool overall. We had the RP funding again, not Richard Petty funding, we swear. And then that was it. So a good amount of paint schemes for the 43 car and Jones. Stenhouse, same problem. The paint schemes weren't very inspired all year. Like Kroger, Tide. I actually think that this might be the better one just because of how basic it is. I know it's basic, but like I actually dig the fade with Tide back there, and I dig all the blue with not too much going on. Then we had this Kroger one, which was a little bit more intricate with another variation on the Tide Pods back there, and then that was it. Bowman, this paint scheme is artwork in my opinion. I think it is significantly better than what we saw last year with Johnson. We had, I love the fact that Best Friends Animal Society made the game. I'm a big supporter of what they stand for. Then we had this cool throwback Ally paint scheme. I'm surprised we don't have more because there were some good 48 paint schemes this year, so interesting. That's the throwback, which was an attempt at the throwback to Days of Thunder. So we did get one throwback in the 51. Balicki got this one, and he now has this Insurance King, which is a BK throwback. Okay. And then back to his normal paint scheme. Same with this car. We had... This is cool, you know. I dig the handprints. And then they ran this 28 car, which was so cool to see this car on the track again. Noah doesn't have any other paint schemes because he only did the one start. Gong didn't even make a start in 2021, but I'm glad they put him in the game. Timmy Hill has this one, these two. Nothing else, unfortunately. Haley with this car, this throwback paint scheme, and that was it. So just the 3 for Haley. And then here's the biggest waste of money. You're wondering why this game costs $90? It's because of this. Motorsports Games literally sponsored just a backmarker team and blew their money here. They sponsor other vehicles as well in other series, but hands down the Cup Series is the most expensive. So yeah, this one's actually pretty cool. I'm glad it made it into the game finally. Then we have Little Joe Weatherly. I love this car, you know, the Gold Dust Twins. I'm a big fan of those guys, and I love that one of their cars is in the game. I would love to see Curtis Turner in a game, though, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Red Farmer throwback as well, which was really cool, and this did not run on Throwback Weekend. You had this one. This ain't a bad paint scheme, but, I mean, just waste of money for Motorsports Games to blow our money sponsoring this car. Then we had this Ty Dillon car. He ran this one in the 500, and he ran this one a handful of other times, so glad to see he's returning to full-time in 2022. This game's already outdated with you know, the driver combos and sponsors. Let's see what we got for Trackhouse, though. Camping World is a very cool paint scheme. This is a cool one as well. Okay, we got the throwback Camping World. Very good. I like this car a lot. The I Fly, this is another really cool car. Okay, there's like 1,000, there's like at least 5 really good paint schemes from this company, and not many of them are in here. That's kind of a disappointment. What makes things kind of awkward is the fact that all of these paint schemes have been in the game for quite some time. Since launch, actually. If you ever went to Darlington in the Race Now mode, you would see these cars on track. Like, they were there, clearly there. They've been in the game the whole time, just players haven't been able to access them until this DLC. So that's kind of... I both love that, because I love to see them on the track at Darlington. Like, I love the fact that the game got that right. And I love the fact that we wouldn't... At least I haven't seen those throwback paint schemes anywhere but Darlington is really cool. I hate the fact that Motorsports Games is charging $10 for people who didn't spend $90 up front to get those in the game. That should be free, given the very poor, bad reception of this game. But no, Motorsports Games is making us cough up $10 for that. That's kind of garbage. And I paid $90 for this game because of the champion whatever gold blah 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 edition. We want all your money, because I wanted early access. I wanted access to everything as a content creator, and I'm honestly sitting here trying to find positives about this game. We're going to continue with our career. We're probably only going to do one season, maybe a second season, if there's dramatic improvements to the game. I am playing on PC, so I am aware that, like, my problems are not as severe as PS4 and Xbox users, but they're still blatant, and there's still very blatant features that have been in NASCAR games for literally 25 years that are not in this game. A rear view mirror, for instance. I remember a rear view mirror in NASCAR 1998. I owned that on the original PlayStation. And guess what? It was in that game. A track map and damage model and fuel gauge were all in NASCAR 1998. Not in this game. In 2021, we don't get any of those features because they literally didn't do them. We also had working cautions back in my day. Those were good. Just when the caution would come out and the game wouldn't crash. Yes, the simpler times. But thank you so much. We're going to continue with the career mode. No winter series this year. Something that we have done in the past, we did last year specifically, was a NASCAR Heat 5 Winter Series, where we kind of went 12 races to kind of fill the gap in the off-season for us, because, you know, this weekend is the first not race weekend, which is bizarre, but, you know, it's my anniversary this weekend, so I'm going to be busy. But, like, you know, I wanted to put out a Winter Series, but there's no custom season in this game. There's no season in this game. I could just do career or race now. Or online. There's nothing else. So I'm not going to try to put that together. I'm not going to work that hard as a content creator, and it's not laziness on my part. It's I don't want to play this garbage game more than I have to for you guys. I'm going through the career mode, so you don't have to. You're welcome, America. But no, we're going to finish the career mode. No winter series this winter, unfortunately, just because the game is atrociously bad. So it can't be done, literally. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, mash the subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. For NASCAR 21 Ignition, I'm Alan Bailey. We'll see ya at the track.